law school, and now
Yeah.
you're writing cookbooks. How exactly does this happen?
Yes. So it was actually kind of random. I do still practice. I still am an attorney. This is just kind of my side passion, but I've always loved to cook. And actually, cooking was kind of the way I got through law school. It's just like a nice way to take a break from studying. And when my husband and I were on a honeymoon, we met an awesome couple that we became friends with, and the husband had a blog. And he was just saying how he got into it and how he loved it, and how it was just a great way to share how he loved to cook with the world. And when we got home, my husband was like, you should do this. Like, you love doing this. You create recipes anyways. You're always just kind of inventing things. It doesn't hurt. So I was like, okay, you know what? It doesn't, like you said, like, let's just try this. And I did. And it's kind of blossomed from there. So never in a million years did I think I would be writing a cookbook, or it would have grown the way it has, but it really has been a really cool adventure. And so here we are writing my first cookbook, but still practicing, maybe one day full-time blogger, but not quite there yet. But does anyone else have any other questions about the cookbook? Or I was kind of saying about the different chapters. I have a bunch of different chapters. And like I said, this one's from the Lean and Clean mains. It might be a little hard to see, but I also, like I said, each chapter is dedicated to a swap. And we have one with alternative flour, so using things other than like white flour, more nutritious flours like almond flour, coconut flour, oat flour, which is my favorite. And there's a lot of different things. There's not just sweet recipes. We do have a cake and lemon bars, which are my favorite. We also have like meatloaf or almond flour crusted chicken tenders. So it's a really fun way to use different flours. There's also a whole chapter dedicated to using healthy fats. So that is swapping out things for like mayo or butter or kind of those fattier dairy products for like healthier, like Greek yogurt is one of my absolute favorites. I think it's packed full of protein. It's super good for you, but it works so well in so many dishes. Even like avocado is a great healthy fat that you can use in dressings, surprisingly, and it makes it super delicious. There's a whole chapter for healthy carb magic, which really shows you how to use like whole grains, other things than just white starchy rice and white starchy bread. So that one's really fun. That's one of my favorite chapters because it really shows you how to be creative with vegetables. So instead of just, keeping them raw or just roasting them, you can actually use, like, I have a burger recipe that uses sweet potatoes as the bun. So it just kind of gives you some creative ideas for veggies. There's lighter dairy dishes and desserts. So if you're trying to be light on dairy or you're all dairy free, that chapter is really great. There's a creamy cashew Alfredo there. So absolutely no dairy, just Alfredo with cashews, which is cool. Refined sugar-free eats and treats. So using unprocessed sugars like honey, agave, maple syrup. And then there's even a chapter dedicated to cocktails. So a couple bright and light libations. I can't wait to have those again in a couple of months when I'm no longer pregnant. But, that way you can still have cocktails if you like to have a couple drinks during the weekends or whenever. Just showing you how to make things so delicious, but without all the heavy sugars and fruit juices and all that sort of thing.